Hi, okay, so this video I'm going to talk about like what I think SE is, and um so honestly on the test I always this is what okay, when I was in engineering school, I scored an INFP, okay, which I know is not me. No way. I don't even know what introverted feeling is. Then you know, a couple years later, scored as an INFJ. Okay? You know, and I don't know, like all the scores, everything. I just don't even know. But the consistency I've got, I get ESTP. I don't know why, because I'm not that outgoing. So I don't know. And okay, so ISTP and ESTP. Here's my thing about ESTP and ISTP. ISTPs are supposed to be type A. Am I right about this? I'm not a type A personality. I'm really not. I'm the opposite of that. Like, because I know a lot of type A, but people in this nursing program, yeah, type A just does not sit with. It just doesn't fit with me, but, you know, of course, when I first get into a system, it's going to take me a little time to figure it out and everything like that. But I think once I get to know the system, having a system over and over again would bore me. And I think that's type B. So that's my problem with that whole thing. So, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just going to talk about what I think SE is. I really have no definitive clue, so bear with me. Now, here's a typical day that I would really enjoy. Okay, I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say, well, okay, fine. I would typically enjoy it. I would like to go out, wake up, go out, say I'm living in a city. And this is why I like living in New York City. Go out, I go on the subway, see all these people there, all new, all the time. But I like that I go the same path. Like, say I would go on the B train to the C train to the whatever train. I don't think that's actually a way to go, but I like doing that because I can kind of go on autopilot on the path. Then on the path, I'm seeing a bunch of new things. Like I would go maybe I would have two coffee shops that I would always go to, but there I can see, tons of different people, I can do tons of different things. Or I like going to Trader Joe's because you can go in, look at a bunch of new stuff they have, and then also there's a little coffee thing, oh, you can try that, I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. Do I want to be seeing new things constantly every day? I want to see new things every day. However, I want the pathway to be similar so I don't have to figure out where to go all the time, and I can just focus on the new things. When I lived in Milwaukee, I would go to the mall every day and just kind of go to every store, the same stores, and look at all the new things they got in, because they would get new things every week or whatever. I would go to Forever 21, and they get new stuff every 2 weeks or something ridiculous like that. But I would look at all the new stuff. But do I want to be figuring out the exact pathway all the time? No, I mean, I want to see new things, but I don't want to be stressed out about missing the train and not knowing where the train goes because I didn't figure out that set of trains or whatever. Anyway, So if SE is, you know, sensory input, then I really do like, I love watching tons and tons of movies, but, you know, I feel like a ton of people like watching tons and tons of movies. But actually not to the extent that I do. Like, I'll watch, you know, like 3 a night. Like, and I'll have it playing. See, like, I'll be doing homework. If I'm doing homework, I'll have like, um, you know, I'll have, you know, a movie playing, and, you know, maybe I'll be listening to something here, but then I'll have the headphone kind of off because I'm talking to someone, and I'll be looking at my phone too. So, and I cannot focus if I'm not watching. I don't know if I just trained myself to do this because I've done it for so long, but I can't focus when, you know, I don't have something crazy going on. Well, not crazy going on, but if I'm not watching a movie, if I'm not listening to something, it's really hard for me to, like, be calm. I get really anxious that I have to sit there and finish this stupid homework or whatever it is without watching something, you know? So, and it's like, I'm back in school, so I've watched like an infinitive amount of more movies now. Whereas, like, if I wasn't in school, I would go and I would, you know, go to the coffee shops, do that, and maybe work on my stuff at the coffee shop or something, like drawing and stuff like that. Because I'm always working on that. That's always a thread. But normally I'm drawing while I'm watching a movie or while I'm listening to music or whatever. That's what I like to do. While I'm observing or something, you know, but since I'm in school, I've got to, you know, do these assignments or whatever they are. So now I'm doing that and watching the movies, but yeah, my environment's really important to me. Not really like where I live, like my house, like I can sleep anywhere. I mean, I don't really care. I'm talking about like the, you know, exterior environment. Um, like that's why I really like living in New York City because I really like the environment, and the environment was really cool, and the environment was really fast paced, and you know there was new people all the time, and there was things happening, and this and that, and so I felt I was exciting, and I was, you know, fast paced, and I was cool. You know what I mean? Like, so I keep on saying, you know what I mean, but I'm sorry for that. It's really obnoxious, but I really liked, you know, I liked myself in that environment because I wanted to be fun and cool and all these things. And I kind of feel like I mirror the environment in a way. Like I'm in Michigan right now, and you know, nothing against Michigan, but you need a car to get everywhere. You know, and then there's a lot of space in between things, so it's, you know, it's hard for you to get places. It's hard for you to see things. You're seeing a lot of the same stuff, and so for me, I equate, you know, kind of Michigan as, you know, kind of not that exciting and not that, you know, which, I mean, there's a lot of really cool stuff going on in Michigan. I really like Michigan, you know. I'm not saying I don't like it. I'm comparing this to New York City to make a point. Um, anyway, I, and I'm in, the school I'm going to is in Detroit. So, it's hard to, it's not like New York City where you can just walk around all the time. There's spaces in between things. And you can't just walk. You know, even if you had a bike, there'd be a road and then it would split, and there's not an infrastructure, so it's difficult to, you know. So what I get from this place is kind of, you know, slow vibe. I feel slow. I feel like I'm not doing stuff. I feel like, you know, I'm not getting anything done. I kind of feel like the place kind of tells me who I am in a weird way. And, you know, that's why I want to move somewhere else. You know, and maybe it'd be different if I lived, you know, in the city or something, or, you know, in Midtown or whatever, which is a cool place. I'd probably get a better vibe. But right now I'm living, you know, pretty far out, like an hour out, and it's very farmy. And it'd be cool if it was like I was, you know, by, you know, because like I really like going up north. There's a lot of lakes, and there's a lot of, you can climb the sand dunes. Um, you can go on a boat ride. You can go like, you know, like it's a lot of really cool nature stuff to do. But here it's kind of more farmland, so you can't really even do nature things. And um, I like to, um, I like running in trails and stuff, and I kind of have to run around a suburb right now, and it's, I don't know, it's just not that exciting. So I kind of feel like I'm not that exciting. I know that doesn't really make any sense, but just my thoughts. Um, and like no hate on the town, like that's just my thoughts on it. You know, it's a really nice place to live, but just kind of how I view it. Um, yeah, so that's kind of how I'm viewing SE. I'm not really viewing it from the like the typical viewing of it's like, oh, if you're really good at sports, if you're really good at whatever it is, and it's like I just don't have any interest right now. Like I'm not that competitive sometimes. I'm really competitive in like art, okay, because I care about it. But I'm not like I was on a lacrosse team. I didn't even care about it. Like I was like, whatever. Never learned the formations. Never even cared. Like I don't know if the ball got close to me, I hit it out, but I don't care. Like don't put me on offense, you know. I guess I can try to care, but I'm just not gonna like. I was just you know on the field. I don't know if my sister said this, but um, you know, like she was on the field once, and she kind of was like, all we're doing is just hitting a ball. You know, she thought of that like kind of existentially in a weird way. I don't really think that's existential, but and I kind of agree. Like I don't know. Um, yeah. So that's kind of my thought on sports. I mean, I can be dedicated to things if I really want to be. Like, you know, when I was in seventh grade, I really wanted to make presidential on the mile, so I ran a mile every day. And I really wanted to get a pull up, so I you know, practiced that until I got 5. But if I'm not really feeling it, it's just not gonna happen. I just don't care that much. I'm not gonna spend time on it, and kind of feel that way about sports. I mean, I really like dance, and if I had money, I would, you know, obviously when I get a job and everything, I'm probably gonna take some dance classes, and I think that would be really cool. But even though I feel like I'm really too late to the game on that, but like I really like ballet and everything, but I feel like if you haven't been doing it since you're 5, then you're never gonna be flexible enough. So, but that's kind of what I think about SE right now.